piece of breaking news coming in from Britain. Now, at least 8 people, including children, have been injured in northwest England's Southport area after a man allegedly went on a stabbing spree. The suspect has now been arrested. Now, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has condemned the attack and thanked the police for its swift response. That is the piece of news coming in from Britain, ladies and gentlemen, where another stabbing incident coming to light where 8 people, including children, have been injured in this attack. This coming right in the wake of those violent protests which took place in Leeds. And now what we are learning is that this entire attack was targeting children at a dance studio in northwest England. To get more details, I'm joined by my colleague Akanksha Swaroop on the broadcast. So Akanksha, while in the United States we have stories of gun violence, stabbing attacks continue to escalate in the United Kingdom, and now more questions being raised on the law and order situation against the new Labour government.
Absolutely, and it's the overall stance also, Ayushman, that is now being put to question, which is about their policies on immigration, especially towards those who are coming in from West Asia and certain parts of Europe. But having said that, we have received confirmation that there have been as many as 8 casualties in this stabbing attack in Southport. That also included a child. And even though it's not being, labeled as a terror-related incident, this has in fact brought in a great degree of shock. We still don't know much details about who the attacker is. But the armed police have detained a male and, of course, also seized a knife. He is currently being taken to the police station. There has been an emergency sort of advisory issued by the UK police as we speak. There were a number of 13 ambulances close to scene around that entire area. So it's brought in a great degree of shock. You also mentioned Leeds. Let's not forget that earlier this month, roughly on the 20th of July, we had seen those riots that really blew out of proportion in Leeds. And for that also, the immigrant population was being blamed for it. And as we speak, there's a lot of anti-immigration sentiment, which is now sort of being riled up. There is a lot of involvement of the far-right parties in this entire movement, which is the far-right movement against immigration. So a lot of introspection and perhaps answering to be done by the Labour Party, which has just taken over the UK governance. But as you saw, there was a very swift response coming in from Keir Starmer, and very rightly so, Ayushman.
Right. Akanksha, please stay with us. Also, what we are learning is that a 17-year-old male has now been arrested. The suspect is a 17-year-old male, and the police is not treating this as a terror incident, and currently this is not being treated as a nexus of attackers. Apparently, this was a lone attack which took place in northwest England, over which now the suspect has now been arrested. What we are learning is that it's a 17-year-old male who is now in custody, and he is being questioned by the police as we speak to understand the circumstances behind this attack. This is not being treated as a terror incident, is what the local authorities are currently saying, given this attack has shaken up the community in Merseyside, which is in northwest England. But Akanksha, stay with us, because shifting